Well, good day to all of our awesome following. Let's go on and soak up that sun there. Take a very quick mental vacation break. What we're going to do is a quick update with THWGlobal. Had a new email that came in on early on Monday, so I wanted to share that with our audience real quickly. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, all right, we've got work to do, but that's pretty. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. All right, let's go to work here. Let's go to work here. All right, so here's the email that came in. It's been 84 days since the first IV invitation was sent out. We're now over 1.1 million that have registered. Give me just a moment here. Now, if you have, give me a moment. They do say here, give me a moment, I'm sorry. They do say that attention all IVs, make sure to log in to track your video viewing. THWGlobal is still working on viewing stats. Please be patient. I know some of our folks have noted that sometimes there were some variances between what you believe you viewed and what showed up in the back office. So it looks like that they're aware of that and that they're working on that. I can say that today being Monday, September 5th is when I'm cutting this. I've seen the site down more today than I've seen it, and that could be them working on things. That could be them doing some maintenance or what have you. So just continue to view once your site is back up. Which you may not be having any issues, but just continue to view. Make sure you get your 10 hours of initiation viewing in. Now, if you have ordered the certification course to become a certified IV, they're letting you know that there is a special support link, and they say to send an email to THWGlobal team leaders at gmail.com. Now, if you've not ordered your certification, please don't send in to this link. I'm assuming that they're going to check with your ID number to see if you have ordered it. Don't bog them down, okay? So if you know you haven't ordered it, then please don't use this particular email address here, okay? All right. All right, let's just cover real quickly the top 25 countries. And one of the things they did, we hadn't seen this in a while. Let me see if I can make this any bigger. That's too big. Okay. All right. We hadn't seen this in a while, but what they do is the point that they're making is the point that we've made on a lot of our webinars. You know, just because you see 1.1 million people have registered, don't think the whole world knows about what's going on. You know, there's 7 billion people in the world. So even in the U.S., for instance, you know, the U.S. has 324 million residents, but only 156,000 are registered in the U.S. All right, so those of you in the U.S. don't think, oh my gosh, everybody's seen it, everybody's heard about it. Nobody knows about THWGlobal. You know, 156,000 relative to 324 million, nobody knows about it. Russia is number 2 with 119,000. Vietnam is number 3. And actually, I don't know where that came from. I don't remember. Boy, Vietnam's going crazy. But they're number 3. Philippines is number 4, so on and so forth. And I don't think this has the same impact that it once had. Remember when we first, you know, for those of us who've been around for a couple of months now, we came about on June 16th. At that time, you had to have 50,000 in your area to be able to view. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think the 70 or so countries that are now seeing tier 1 advertising are going to be able to view. Of course, if I'm wrong on that, I'll be the first one to come out and let you know that I'm wrong on that. I haven't. I do have a question about that into support. I've not gotten an answer just yet. So you can see here. You know, perhaps you'll see your country. Ukraine is number 4. India is number 5. India is a good example. 66,000 out of 1.3 billion folks. All right. So nobody in India knows anything about THWGlobal just yet. South Korea, Colombia, the DR, Dominican Republic, France. Now, what's very interesting is United Kingdom's down here, Canada. You know, there's nobody in Canada. There's 36 million folks in Canada. Less than 10,000 are registered. So I know that when we do our live webinars, we have a large segment always coming from our Canadians. Australia isn't even in the top 25. So Australia is just, well, all these countries are wide open. Australia, New Zealand. Typically when I'm doing some type of traffic campaign, I am typically targeting the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, because those are your big English-speaking countries, and those countries tend to have, the residents tend to have more disposable income to buy whatever it is you're looking to sell, or join for a fee, whatever it is you're looking to join. Obviously, with THW Global, you can make some really good money just being a free IV. And then if you want to scale that, obviously, then you can become the certified IV. All right, so their point is the same thing that we've been saying for quite some time. Nobody knows about THW Global yet. So even though there are 1.1 million, that doesn't mean anything, all right, for you building your team, building your organization, building your community. All right, during the soft launch, let's make sure that everyone's getting their 10 hours in. Remember, anyone who's not a certified IV will need to have a 10-hour initiation. All right, so where you viewed for 10 hours, we've got time to get it in, but let's just go on and start planning. Go on and start now, setting aside a specific time of day where you're there to get your viewing in, because even if you are certified IV, if you're following what we're teaching, we want you to remain committed to the 10-hour pledge, which says you view a minimum of 10 hours each week, so that you maximize your income coming from viewing, whatever that income happens to be, and then you take 50% to as much as 100% to reinvest back into your business in the form of the tools and the resources and the paid traffic, so that you can start building out your organization. Okay, this talked about becoming a certified IV if done by 9/9, but I think that was before they sent out the information last week that it's going to be September 21st is going to actually be our official launch date. So real quickly, all right, so get your 10 hours of initiation in before launch. Let me also remind you, we haven't done this in a while, make sure that everyone that's in your household that's 18 or above is registered, that they've taken the survey, and that they get their viewing in. It still surprises me that when we do live webinars and we ask this question, we'll still have a lot of people who say, you know what? Yeah, I'm married and my spouse hasn't registered, or I've got children in the home that are 18 and they haven't registered, or my significant other, or what have you. Make sure that everyone in your household is registered. Obviously, you can go to your back office, you can get your registration link, and get them all registered. And so if you've got 3 people in your household, let's say you've got a spouse and you've got a teenage son or daughter, or maybe a college-age son or daughter, maybe you're not good at the referring thing just yet. Okay, well, refer your spouse. Refer that 18-year young, 19, 20, 21-year young child that's in your, still under your household or under your care. Make sure they get their surveys done. Make sure they get their viewing in. If everybody did that, if everybody that has people in their household 18 or above, just make sure that folks, their loved ones were registered and got the surveys in and got the viewing in, we'd probably see a really nice kick in the number of people percentage-wise that are registered. Now, does that mean it'd go up 20%, 30%? I don't know what those numbers would be. But, let's say if you've got a team of 1,000 folks and everyone just made sure that folks in their family was registered, your 1,000 might, you might see an increase of, 100 people, or I don't know what the number would be. I have no idea. But let's just make sure that everybody in your household that's 18 or above is registered. Also, just want to give you a quick update. Boy, Raz is looking really good. Reverse advertising system. This is our mobile marketing platform that will be launching very soon. I'm hoping this week. I don't know from the architect side if there's anything else that has to be done. I know they were doing some testing, some final testing at the end of the week. So I'm hoping. I just loaded up a new presentation video We had a presentation video in there before, but we just loaded up a new presentation video that's more congruent with the messaging that we're seeing and we're hearing from THWGlobal. And so I just loaded that up within the last hour. Got the nice music to it, and just a really solid, thorough presentation. I just have a hard time seeing anyone that has, you know, good mental faculties going through your system, particularly if they go through all of it and they go through all the presentation material. I just don't see them not joining you, and not only joining you, but then joining you with the idea of, I'm viewing so that I can generate revenue so that I can invest it back into my business. That's a big difference than just someone just joining to view and make money. Huge difference. I'm viewing to make money to pay bills, and I'm viewing to make money to really launch my business. Huge, huge, huge difference. Please be mindful that the system is not ready yet. I had some folks that wanted to opt in into the system, and it's not ready yet. So please don't go and try to find the URL and try to opt in, because the system's not ready yet. We will let you know when it's ready. All right. So again, it's getting very, very close. She looks fabulous. She really, really, really looks good. The chief architect of the system, who's generated as much as $3 million a month in one property before, has taken a lot of care, a lot of time working with me to get this system up and running and get this system up and launched. So we will let you know. I'm hoping it's this week. If it's not this week, you know, we'll let you know just as soon. I don't want to give you a date and then we not hit a date. So I'm hoping it's this week. It's really just in the hands of the programming team, just to make sure they've done everything that they wanted to do on their end. I've basically covered everything on my end. Okay, with that being said, we love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours. Make sure you're on our next live webinar. Looks like THWGlobal is going to be gold, which means we're going to make a lot of green. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.